EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints.
Step round 80, block 15, Q.
Check nickel. Check 3.
Left, white, 80 high.
Now movement already, so a flag down here on our very first play. So that'll back him up 5.
So white 90, round 80.
55. Let's go, D.
Now Rivers. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
I got you. Man, I got you.
80 high. Hey, Rocket.
Kill.
Behind.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Canale. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Here's Rivers. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Rivers to throw it. Pass incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Hey, watch that.
Load it.
Say, hey, check 20.
White, 80 high.
Running with Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
All right, 180.
Check right 54. Right 54.
believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Check 26, check.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Pilot, 64, weak. 12. White, 89.
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. This will be caught at about the 6. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Watch twist. Left. Round.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the ready. 27, Mike, 27. All right, let's get this. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check right. Watching you find. Hey, Haywood.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. Caught by Cobb. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
55. Hey, 79, 79, run 80.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
12.
Check 24, check.
Hey, Delta!
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check. Flash down.
Cross the right.
Back. Watch the ship.
Cluster.
Watch the ship. Check 31.
Flick.
Rivers now from the 50. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
To number 82. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Cluster.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
55. Mike, 55. I'm coming. Check, 55.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process.
Check, green 80. 190. Hey, easy. Hey, 79.
Check 25. Check 25.
6-6. Pull it high. Alpha.
55's Mike, guys. 55.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
I got it. Check 50.
Now Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
White. Orange 5-4.
55. Right there.
Hey, exit. Greystone, travel.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. I got one.
From the gun, Rivers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 38-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Set, go.
On second down now, it's Jones, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Check it back, check it back. Check safety, check safety.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
Check, 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 check.
Hey, go Orange. Orange.
Throwing again. Rivers. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Hey, tight. Keep it skinny. Undercrush. Light. Check. Red Delta. Done.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check the outside. Check the out. Check the out.
Alpha!
Wide, get wide. Mine's 54.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. That one complete to Hill. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Stay there. Stay there. Collect your team.
I'm coming after you. Hey, alert 3.
Wait. Behind. Behind.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 46.
Wait, 89.
To throw is Rivers. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, Rocket.
54 is mine. 54 is mine.
Rivers. They complete it to Hill. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Shit.
Load it. Load it.
Kill.
Behind. Behind.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's a first and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides.
I'm coming for you, son. Chance.
Following the penalty, it's Canale. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
You got it. You got it.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Watch the run.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go one more.
Left to right.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
To throw again. Rivers. That's caught. It's Thomas. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
All right. Set 180.
54 Mike.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. What's good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's get it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained. maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
47, Mike, 47.
On 1st down, here's Love. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Watch the run. Watch the run. Go. Check the motion. Check the call. Check the call.
Here's Love again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
36.
47, Mike 47.
Now Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. He's checking.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. One man in the backfield, that's Jones. One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal.
Check 9.
Going to give it to Love. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bryce Love, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Jam, 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 jam.
On the ground, this is Camara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta!
Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the gun, Rivers. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Rivers on the money, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Load it! Load it!
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Black 11!
Here we go, D. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Hey, Rocket!
Oh, check! Check!
80 Hunt!
Now a first down carry. It's Camara. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Blue draw, Porter.
4-yard line.
Wait, 80 Hunt!
On 2nd down and 4. Rivers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd and 4.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A 10th carry for Camara. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Keep it skinny.
Watch safety 3.
Run 80.
Safety 3.
Here we go with Camara. And he is going absolutely nowhere, in the wrong direction. Camara on 4th and goal, unable to get in. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Aguilar has it. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. They'll run on 1st down. It's Love, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Shoot! Shoot!
Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hey, easy.
Mike, 55.
Hey, Orbit.
You must be getting
Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Check.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 21 yards there on third down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
White, 80 hot.
Mike 5-4.
Rivers to throw it. Spinning away. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
80 hot.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Watch the curl. Check.
Q.
Slam.
Hey, Delta.
Kill.
Kamara. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Red. White, 80 hot.
Again, it's Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Jackson down to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Love. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
190.
154.
180.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete to Cobb. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Hey, 79. 79.
Watch the whip.
They'll run it with Camara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Shedding the tackle. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On the draw, this is Love. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's caught by Howard. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Tampa Bay. One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean